Stop recording, bhai. Join midway. All right. So now we are starting with this, how we will be attracting this school admissions, more admissions. First thing is that to sustain our present strength. Because after this, what you call, mm, after this particular phase of this thing, COVID, there has been a lot of problems in schools retaining and sustaining their own strengths. Can now see you're okay. So now they are there. Now you see, first thing is that key branding is most important and critical for your marketing efforts. And I have seen, having worked as 14 years as principal in different schools, including the community school, the day school, the boarding school, I've seen that the schools are generally spending more or less, I will be not saying more or less, around 3 to 4 lakh rupees a month, a year, making huge crossroad hoardings, then pamphlets, then newspaper editions. Obviously, these will cost you a little bit more. That will be a costly affair. Now, the thing is that after having 14 years of experience, I hope everybody is able to listen me. Gauri ji to aa gaye the, then she left. Now she is again there. So now the thing is, first thing is how you make your school a brand. Because a school brand is more critical for your marketing effort. And what we are spending as a school principal or directors or chairpersons, what we have observed is we just take the cue from other schools like DPSs or GD Goenka, APJ, Amity. They are spending lakhs and lakhs of rupees. Bus hoardings, bus back hoardings, pamphlets, newspapers. They are paying for all them. Now, today what I am going to discuss is what you people have to do on not spending lakhs and lakhs, but not more than 50,000. I have been conducting physical workshops also. And over there, in last 2 months, I have conducted 7 workshops and all of them have adopted my strategies and they are saying, sir, nearly 4 to 5% increase is there, which means if their strength was 500, so now they are 520, 525. Because first you have to establish the brand. And after that, but the thing is that establishing a brand is a costly affair. Either you have to put up the big hoardings at all the ends, nooks and corners of the city where you are having tough competition with other people. Then advertisers, they also charge a huge sum because they see that the school is very keen, and that is why they start increasing the rates as and when they want. First thing is why this webinar or workshop? Because sound strategy starts with having a right goal. So your goal over here should be to find more admissions. First thing is to sustain the present strength plus to increase their strength. And to increase their strength, first thing is more important that you are visible. You see, there is a quote called out of sight, out of mind. So which means in sight and in the mind. This is in fact one of the biggest challenges for the school promoters whenever they are launching a new school or trying to sustain and establish a school. Creating best infrastructure, putting up hoardings, hiring the best resources is not helping yield the required number of solutions. Then what is a sustainable? Ma'am, question? Yes, ma'am. So I will be giving you chance after the workshop is over. You just note down whatsoever the questions are. And in the end, certainly, we will come back to your questions one by one. And of which there will be more whole recording for these question answers also. So then what is the sustainable solution? First thing is, what is a brand? It differentiates your school from your competitors. You may not be a high-end school. You may not be able to spend huge lot of money on this particular thing to establish all cameras, or you say CCTVs in all the classrooms, corridors, and then creating the smart boards in all the classes. Certainly it will take lakhs and lakhs of rupees. Obviously this will be very much good for the particular school which is having huge amount of money earning from one school and spending on other. So what is a brand? It is the imagery and messages that set your school apart in the crowded marketplace. You say in the crowded marketplace, you make a program of going out for dinner. So everybody will say, we go for McDonald's, we go for Subways. Then there are a number of Burger King and all that. Then some people like Bikaner Wala, then Udupi, the number of branded restaurants are there. So do they create such huge structure? They start from 1, 2, 5, 10 tables, and then they expand. And now they are multi-city presence. So it is the expectation that exists in the minds of your primary client. Whenever we go to eat, first we decide what will be having a treat, what we will be treating. Second thing is, what exactly we want. Is it a good ambience of the restaurant? Or is it a good dish over there, unique dish over there, which everybody will like? Not only burgers and pizzas and noodles and all that, what you call. So primary expectation of your parents and kids should be kept always in the mind so that you can start creating your own brand. And to start creating that is existing in the mind, the expectation is to connect with them emotionally, parents as well as students, the kids. So there should be a true reflection of your school's mission, vision, values, mottos, everything. It should be kept always in the mind ki what they expect from us, and you start from here. So it is the promise of what your school offers. So then who defines the brand? This brand is being established by the people who are stakeholders in your school, which is majorly the parents. And you name them, and they are the ones who take your name with pride. If somebody comes to me and asks me, which is the best school, boarding school in India, first I start with that. Boarding school in India. All of you may not be boarding, but after looking at this, I will certainly prefer St. Paul's, Darjeeling, where I have worked nearly 6 years as a teacher. Over there, nobody teaches you what to be done, what is not to be done, what is learning, lesson planning, pedagogy, learning style, teaching strategies, and classroom management. What these things, they have already established this over the years, decades, or rather centuries. So anybody or anything in your touch or is attached to your school in any way. The first thing that comes is neighbors. If my son or daughter is in Sirsa, girls' school, or Vellum boys, certainly I am attached with that. If anybody asks with me, which school would you like to recommend to us? So depending upon the sibling, girl child or boy child, I will refer that. And the list may include the friends, the foes. Foes will also say, "Are nahi yaar, St. Paul's, it is just rubbish." But they will name it. And coming the name in front of you or hearing, that makes you a brand. teachers, parents, staff, grocery shops in and around your school vicinity. And the list may run out, but not such people. So what are the things that establish your school name as a brand? A school safe school environment is the first thing that every teacher will prefer, every staff will prefer, and every parent will prefer. If my child is safe in this school, then certainly this will be my first preference. Then the school is committed, happy, and effective teaching staff. It is not the language. I tell you, please don't mind the language in which you are teaching. There are schools from South India also. Mr. Sandhil is also there. And a number of people are there. So you can name them. So language is not a barrier. The barrier should not be language. The barrier should be conceptual learning. And that is why CBSE in National Education Policy 2020 has emphasized even the lesson planning, in the question paper making, everything they are emphasizing. NEP establish conceptual learning. That is the major part. Then low and high quality of teaching. Using smart board doesn't make you a smart school. A smart school doesn't mean you have got smart teachers, smart parents, smart kids, but everything they all include, that is intellectual and emotional growth fostered by the school. What exactly you are offering? That is holistic development of the child. We have got a number of workshops on holistic development also. It is not only intellectual, social, emotional, physical. A number of them are there. Then overall curriculum and the sports program, extracurricular activities. I will come to this particular point, extracurricular activities, facilities, online courses, study material, school's reputation. And this will be established by the brand you are going to establish after this course is over. The role played by the parent and be involved. And then strong home school communication. Wherever and there it is required, you should be. Now, before you learn the secret to success, you should know the secret to failure. Using multiple logos, colorful logos. Every time the color of the logo changes. And the logo must have a meaning. Like on the left hand corner of this slide particularly, and all other slides, you might be seeing the logo VES. That is Vinora Education Services. And in the down right corner, you are saying Vinora Educational Services. This is our brand and this is our logo. Always you will find the golden color. Then multiple taglines or no tagline at all. Lack of consistent brand elements. It is just plain, boring and brand. Then using poor photography, using a designer wannabe or parent volunteer to create your brand, letting everyone brand what is right in their own eyes. So it should not be there. Now, what to do? Stop advertisement, number one. Number two is look things about strategies. And then third thing is start awareness. This particular point I will emphasize now. First day of the school of my classroom management program is first day of us. Next week you start. First day of the week is today. Tomorrow you announce that everybody will be bringing 2 sheets of A4 size paper, drawing paper, cartridge sheet. One will be folded midway and another will be folded midway and then twice. This way it will be 4-fold. First one will be a big and second one will be towed from the midway, that means 2. So 1 big and 2 small. What will be the strategy? You just announce that tomorrow you announce, and for Saturday, if you have got the activity period, greeting card making competition. On the first sheet, that is one, this is folded like this. Let us say this way. So this is the first part outside. Like in the birthday card, you are invited, or you are most cordially invited for the wedding of this, or Om Sri Ganeshaya Nama, or with the blessings of Lord, first page. Then you open it. On the left hand side, there will be a message. On the right hand side, ask them not to write anything, just to write over here, just to write the lower portion you write. The students will write, or you will have a slip that is computerized printed with best wishes from the name of your school. Have this competition, collect them all, and keep this as your publicity material. Now the strategy comes. What to do next? What to do next? Out of sight is out of mind. So your branding motto should be Main Hoon Na. There was a movie in this name. I am there, which means wherever and whenever possible, you see there is a public gathering. Ensure school's presence there in any form by whatever means you can. Physical presence and then digital. That means this includes your presence on the social media. Got my point? Up to this point, if everybody has got, just raise your hand so that I can see everybody's hand raised up to this point. Raise your hand. Not physical. Digital, right? Digital hand. Neha Chillingji. Yes, that's good. That's very good. Yes, yes. Gauriji, yes, very good. So more or less everybody is having the same thing up to this point. Now the next thing comes. What exactly is to be done for physical presence? Wow. Now, physical presence is parental advocacy, and you don't have to worry. You will be getting all the PPTs and the recording of these sessions. Everybody will get. Now the thing is, identify the influential parents, which means the parents of the school students, those who are there in your school at present, they are studying. They may be doctors, engineers. Just 1 second, Mr. Lakshman Reddy is saying something. Just 1 second. Hello, Mr. Lakshman Reddy. Hello. Sir, there is linked meeting ID is there, and then 1000 is written, that as passport. Yes. No, no, I have sent you, sir. Then and there only. In the group, sir, there I am ready to. Yes. You see, now the time is running out and it will be ending up in 10 minutes, or rather 9 minutes now. So I'll not be going for this thing. Then second thing, the first thing is and identify the influential parents, maybe doctors, engineers, architects, chartered accountants, and there everybody. Yes, sir. Sir, in the paid group, I have to. It is there. I will be giving okay. This is how the time is wasted because the people are saying there are no links. Anyway, now ex-defense persons, retired professionals, you have to identify all of them. Second thing, identify these parents, and then second, invite them to your morning assembly. A chartered accountant can tell you how to be a chartered accountant. Book editors, a doctor will tell you how to become a doctor rather than going for Baiju Akash and Chaitanya and number of training institutes. It is better always to go for the the knowledge from the experienced people. Then influential persons for the school program that should be frequent. National celebrations. That is national celebrations may Independence Day, Republic Day, then Sports Day, Founders Day, inter-house competition. Identify these things, these parents, and ask them, I don't know what is this. Ask them to give a small speech in the morning assembly. How to become an engineer, how to go for NDA, how to go for SSB, what preparation should be done. And everybody should do the same way. Then only you will be successful. How can I as a teacher tell you to become a chartered accountant? I will immediately recommend you go to a chartered accountant coaching institute. Number of them, they are mushrooming in every nook and corner of every city. Now to in the villages also. If anybody is here from Haryana and Punjab, those who go for this thing, NDA or SSB, they go for morning running. They go for morning running. They will drink 1 liter of milk every morning and then run for 5 kilometers up, down. Now, special days, Flag Day, Martin Dome, ask them to come. Now, the greeting cards you have made, you have to use them now. Doctor's Day, make a small group of, I will tell you in the later stages, what you have to do is ask your teachers to prepare a school choir. Take those group of 10 nursery students or primary students, and on the Doctor's Day, go to the city hospital. Chief Medical Officer, Nursing Day, Chief Nurse. Then Engineers Day, Engineering Institute, or Training Institute might be. Engineering institutes are also there in most of the, now today, Devghar has got an international airport, and first flight from Kolkata, that landed in Devghar. AIMS is also being started, Foundation Day. So go over there and present yourself. But for the thing is that the best should be the morning assemblies. Retired defense personnel ko, ask them on the freedom fighters, martyrdom days. Ask them to come and give a speech of how to go for that. How to go for that? Then ask them for every state Founders Day, like Haryana is 1st of May. Similarly, all states have got their own establishment day. Try to avoid the this thing, what do you call this, politicians, because once you honor them, next day onwards, the recommendation for admissions will come. And once you are trapped in that, you will get not tens, hundreds and hundreds of such recommendation. वो एक letter लिख के दे देंगे. They will be giving you a letter, the parents, and then certainly you have to honor them. So try to avoid. But from achievement, a showcase for the morning assembly will be your local area people. Police Day, National Police Day, Army Day, Flag Day. Go to the local areas, local stations, local headquarters, and present them with a school choir and give them this, what you call, gift cards. And they will be very, police day mein aap DSP, SSP, DC, IAS, go for that. And then certainly everything will be okay in place, but it will not be okay in place if you don't honor them, the local media, on special occasions, and keep them involved in some way or the other. Make them friends, so that from XYZ public school, the students presented a bouquet to the DSP, bouquet to the chief ministers, oh, not chief minister, I am talking chief medical officer. Nursing day mein head nurse. Similarly, these people will not be returning you back without blessings those children. And this news will be taken care of by your local media, whom you are honoring them. International Press Day, Leprosy Day, a number of occasions are there. So go and involve them. Now this is going to be 1.5 minutes. If now you have got, and after this you join with the same link, I will be there first, and then I will be allowing everybody. Anybody who has got any question, you can unmute yourself and ask. Yes, anybody? Gauri ji, Harbin ji, Mr. M. Gauri ji, if you want to ask anything so far.
Sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening, ma'am.
My question is simple question. My question is, suppose the assembly timing is for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. After that, first period, second period starts till 8th period. Okay.
Okay.
In packed schedule time, when we invite any guest, all the dignitaries members, whatever, whomsoever you have tell us to invite, we should